My name is Damodaran and I am the Chairperson of Excellence Enablers. This series of conversations to which we have invited you is a new initiative of Excellence Enablers to bring to you persons who have achieved a lot and done so without being on the front pages of newspapers, without talking about the work, allowing the work to talk for them, making a significant impact on society in more ways than one, and adding to the health, wealth, and happiness of persons around. So it is to get a better idea of what goes into the making of these persons, what informs and influences the thought processes in what they do, that we have devised this series of conversations. My guest today is a person who, after working for a short while in a multinational company, set up his own company. I'll get into the details a little later as we get into the conversation. And then, in pursuit of his aim of strengthening the higher education movement in the country, supported that in more ways than one, both by being a part of the leadership team of premier institutes, as well as by setting up an institute within a premier management institute, setting up an institute to promote entrepreneurship, which is something that needs promotion in this day and age, by persons who've been there, done that. Several other aspects which we will discover as we go along. In some ways, he is a person ahead of his time. Some of the things that he did was long before the rest of India started thinking about it, talking about it, forget to it. So it's my privilege to welcome to this conversation a person that I have admired for quite some time. Mr. Ashank Desai, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It is so nice to be here with you. You are a doyen of course, bureaucracy is fine, but more beyond that, a doyen of corporate governance now in the country. And the impact that you have on the corporate circles, having attended your events and read your papers, is tremendous. You may not have even realized the impact that you have in terms of the actions that follow after people listen to you and read what you say. And of course, you say it in such a way that it is very interesting. That's your side aspect of your saying. So it goes in the brain very easily without any problem. So it is not intellectualized, if I may say. So it is very nice to be here with you, and I really consider it my privilege to interact with you today.
Thank you for those very kind words. I'm going to jump straight away into something that has fascinated me. You were one of the first in corporate India to move away from the position of chairmanship board of your company and to bring in an independent director as non-executive chairman. Interestingly, a person who had been on your board only for a few months, not that you'd seen him on your board for very long. Today, regulators are talking about separating the position of chair and managing director, having a non-executive chairperson. It hasn't happened. The last date has been pushed forward to 2022. But you did this before the Companies Act came into being. You did one other thing, and I want to get your thoughts on both of these. Everybody talks about consolidation these days. You did consolidation of accounts 20 years ago. Tell me, what was the thought process that got you to do these, very far-reaching things that much of India is yet to catch up to?
Thanks for those recognition, and from you and coming from you, they are really honestly valuable to me, because you have seen India and Indian corporate circle like nobody else. So the foundation of that really is, to be honest, at one level, not corporate governance, but values. I think that's where this whole thing comes from. And the values are about respecting all your stakeholders, being transparent to your stakeholders, being aware that your relationship is impacting your stakeholders, and you are part of a larger ecosystem of your stakeholders. So I have a responsibility to carry this company, if you are a public company, along with those shareholders outside promoter group. And whatever we did was out of that passion about the values. Of course, practice was a manifestation of it. What we should do to make this happen. And these two things that you talked about came out of that. Because it was very clear to us that just doing non-consolidated was not giving any idea about what this company was. And if we have to be really transparent and give a full information, we need to consolidate. So it came out of the transparency value, if I may call it. As regards this other one, is coming out from a fact that one should realize that one can be too close to your company when you are a founder and forget that there is again a stakeholder outside you. So you need a reminder to you all the time. And that reminder cannot be from your peers, but somebody who is at one level above you in a way. And that reminder comes, that balance comes from having a non-exec chairman. So there is third thing that we did actually, if I may add, and that is about directors' evaluation.